Retirement planning can be daunting, particularly if you've never gone through the process before. However, it's more important than ever before to start thinking about retirement early and implementing a solid plan that will help you achieve your financial goals. It may seem a long way away if you're relatively new to the workforce, but it's something that should never be too far from your thoughts when it comes to planning your savings. In this video, we'll discuss 10 of the best life-changing tips from retirees about retirement planning that are sure to come in handy. Number 1. Start early. I'm sure you've heard of this one, and it really is a no-brainer. The earlier you start planning for your retirement, the better off you'll be in the long run. Even if you're decades away from retirement age, it's never too early to start thinking about building up your savings and investing in your future. The earlier you begin this process, the more time you have to grow your wealth and take advantage of the power of compound interest. Starting early, even with smaller sums, often beats starting later with larger amounts. It's simply the best way to let your money work for you, instead of trying to catch up later. Number 2. Understand your retirement goals. While it's definitely a good move to start saving as soon as possible, it's also important to think ahead and try to figure out what your retirement goals are. What do you want your retirement lifestyle to look like? Do you want to travel 6 months a year, move to a different city, or dive into a new hobby? From there, you can work out how much money you'll need each month or year to sustain that lifestyle. It's important to also consider factors such as inflation and unexpected expenses. Knowing your goals will help you determine how much you need to save and invest in order to reach them. It can also help with creating a realistic budget, which will act like your control tower, to constantly help you check if you're on the right track. Number 3. Maximize your retirement accounts. Depending on where you live in the world, there are a variety of retirement accounts available. In the US, these include 401k plans and individual retirement accounts, or IRAs. If at all possible, try to make sure you take full advantage of these accounts by contributing the maximum amount allowable. This is especially important since many employers offer matching contributions. This means that you can effectively double the amount put away and help boost your savings even further. This is pretty much free money, which is not something anyone should ever turn down. Number 4. Invest. Don't just save. Saving money is a great start, but if you really want to turbocharge your retirement savings, then some of those dollars need to be diverted to investments. Investing allows your money to grow at a much faster pace than simply saving it in a bank account. There are a variety of investment options available, including stocks, bonds, and funds. While there are always risks involved with investing, the key is to stay committed and be patient. Over time, you will likely see higher returns than you would by just saving your money. It is also vital in protecting your money from inflation. Inflation erodes the purchasing power of your money over time. If you leave your money sitting in a bank account earning little interest while inflation continues to chip away each year, your savings will actually be worth less in the future than they are now. Number 5. Diversify your investments. While we just covered the importance of investments, putting all your investment eggs into the one proverbial basket or asset class may not be the best approach, especially when it comes to retirement savings. Diversifying your investments helps spread out risk and increase potential returns. Think about investing in a basket or a combination of stocks, bonds, and other assets based on your risk tolerance, as well as the number of years until retirement age. You can also consider investing in mutual funds or exchange-traded funds that diversify your portfolio across multiple assets. Or even think about other asset classes like residential or commercial real estate that can generate rental income and potentially capital appreciation as well. Of course, diversification alone does not guarantee profits or protect against losses, but done properly, it can be a great way to mitigate risk. Number 6. Prioritize paying off debt, whether it be credit card debt, student loans, or a mortgage. Having too much debt can and will reduce the amount of money you have available to put away for retirement. By prioritizing paying off your debt, you can free up more of your income to be allocated for your retirement fund. And what you absolutely want to avoid is to still be paying your monthly repayments and servicing interest once you're retired. It's just not something that you want hanging over your head. There are two common strategies to paying off debt, which are the snowball and avalanche methods. Click on the link at the top right to find out more about these. Whichever method you decide to go with, eliminating debt before entering retirement is a must-do. Number 7. Review and adjust your plan regularly. Your retirement plan should not be set in stone. It's important to regularly review and adjust your plan to ensure that you're on track to meet your retirement goals. Things like changes in income, expenses, or investment performance can all impact your savings goals, whether positively or negatively. It is essential to take the time to review your plan at least once a year, to make sure everything is still working the way you intended. Additionally, significant life events like getting married, having a child, or losing a job are also key trigger points to re-evaluate your retirement plan. Number 8. Allow for healthcare expenses. Healthcare expenses are a significant retirement cost that people often underestimate. According to a recent study, an average 65-year-old couple retiring today can expect to spend anything from $150,000 to $1 million on healthcare costs throughout their retirement. Depending on where they retire and their retirement lifespan, it's essential to account for these expenses when planning for retirement. For example, in the US, Medicare covers only a portion of healthcare costs, and retirees might need to pay for additional expenses like prescription drugs, dental expenses, and long-term care. No matter where you are though, it's always important to be aware of what your coverage is, and how much you may need on top of that, to make sure that your retirement is a comfortable and healthy one. Number 9. Look after your health. We just talked about ensuring that enough money is set aside for healthcare in retirement. But the flip side to this is that investing in your health is one of the best things you can do as early as possible. Good health is not only essential for a fulfilling life, but it can also help minimize those healthcare expenses, which, as we know, can turn out to be a 6 or even 7-figure cost to retirees. Healthy retirees often require fewer medical interventions and have lower healthcare costs than those who are plagued with ill health. You can start getting on the healthy path by adopting cleaner lifestyle habits such as eating a healthy, balanced diet, getting regular exercise, and avoiding smoking and excessive alcohol intake. Prevention is certainly better than cure. Number 10. Continue learning and growing. Just because you've retired from work doesn't mean you should retire from learning and growing. Continuing to learn and engage in new activities can help keep your mind sharp and improve your overall well-being. This can include signing up for classes or workshops that interest you, picking up a new hobby or skill, or even volunteering in your community. Research has shown that seniors who engage in lifelong learning are happier, healthier, and more socially connected than those who do not. It can also help stave off cognitive decline and impairments like dementia. It's never too late to learn something new, and there are countless resources available to help you do so. Joining a book club, taking an online course, or attending lectures can all be great ways to continue learning and growing. Check out these videos next on how the psychology of money can affect you.